Hello, it's Debbie here, and welcome to today's consult. Today's consult is all about control. Do you have issues with controlling behaviours? Do you know anyone that has that need to be in control? Many of my clients will come to me. Some of them may say, I'm controlling, or some of them may say, I'm attracting controlling people into my life. Doesn't matter, it's still a sense of control or lack of. And what I ask them is, how's it affecting your life? And many of my clients will say, there's so much uncertainty, I need to know, I need to control. I say, well, how is it affecting you? Well, I can't really keep a relationship for very long, or it's affecting my health, it's affecting my decisions, or lack of decisions. And I look at the certain issue and behaviours and work backwards. And every client that comes to me with controlling issues has a younger version of themselves growing up. And that younger version, little girl, little boy, will go all the way back to some traumatic events in their life as a child. And it could be anything. It could be 2-year-old John is under the table. Mum and Dad are yelling because they're divorcing. It could be little Jenny in bed, hands over ears, as mums come home drunk or dads come home drunk. It could be little Harris that's hiding behind the kitchen door because daddy's worked late again and mum is very upset and she's crying and they're arguing yet again. It doesn't matter what the event is, but the trauma affects the child. And the more pain and hurt that little boy, little girl feels from the trauma growing up, it tells them that they can't control what's happening outside. They cannot control that because whatever's happening outside is hurting themselves inside. And that is when they feel out of control. The pain's too much. They might want to draw pictures and drift off somewhere and daydream, but that pain is so painful. And many children will look on and blame themselves. I shouldn't have been born. I shouldn't have been here. This is just some examples of what I work with. And in the adulthood, it plays out. Because as children, the more that we cannot control what's happening on the outside, our environment with caregivers, children, bullies, school teachers, the more out of control that child feels. And the more out of control they feel inside affects them growing up, because in the external world, they want to control lots of things. And that plays out, and clients will come to me. And by being in control, it plays out in different behaviours. They have to know what's going on. They will have very organised routine, many clients. They will preempt things. They kind of know what's going to happen. And if they don't, they will deny responsibility and it's somebody else's fault anyway. They may have a routine going on. Every Wednesday night we might play golf. Every Tuesday morning and we will go to a class for something else. We will have our meetings on a Saturday morning. And don't really change that, because that routine keeps them feeling safe. It keeps them feeling in control. During COVID-19, and we're still living it, I've been very busy with a lot of clients. And what I've realised is many of my clients and people out there that had controlling issues, they had a very routine schedule. They knew what was happening when. Don't change that. Well, COVID's affected their life and everyone's life. But that little child inside that felt so out of control and in adulthood wants to control the majority of their life, perhaps that's affected them more. They may want to isolate and stay in and not go out. So I ask you this question. Are you, anybody ever fully in control? And I would say no. I say work on yourself. Have the confidence to feel safe and secure within yourself, knowing that you're worth it, knowing that the only thing you can control are your thoughts. Take off the mask, let your walls down. I had my walls up for years, that I too was very controlling, only I wouldn't admit it. I can admit it now. And I found a way to control. My control was through money. I was the major household earner in my marriage, and I would moan about it, but I liked it subconsciously because it kept me in charge. It kept me in control. But what it did was it denied my husband his own responsibility to be the man, the earner that he wanted to be and do. I would take charge of everything in the household, everything. Why did I deny my children their own responsibility to take charge of themselves? Thank goodness, through the wonderful, wonderful ways that I work through hypnotherapy, hypnosis, breath work, I managed to let go of the walls inside me and allow myself to be free and to give other people their own responsibility. And that set me free. If you can relate to anything I'm saying and you want a confidential chat with me, if you feel that you know someone that's very controlling, or if you recognize it in yourself that you are very controlling and you're willing to let that go, perhaps go back to the cause of that so you can understand it, not relive it. And we don't relive these. We can't. It's happened to us. But you can go back to the cause of that little lad, that little girl feeling out of control because she couldn't control what was happening on in her own environment that caused her so much pain, or him so much pain. If you're ready to let go and be willing to set yourself free, and to be confident and in charge of your decisions, the choices you make in life, please call me. My cell phone number, my work cell phone number is 813-992-3330. Or you can go to my website, debbiedubikis.com. That's DEBBIEDUBICKAS.com, and you can schedule a consultation or an online virtual session with me or in person. Thank you for your time.